Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about rapid prototyping and testing, along with the best practices to conduct these activities. My name is Mark Risk. I'm currently studying mechatronics engineering at Ontario Tech University, and I'm also the founder and CEO of Umbo Technologies Inc., a safety equipment company that develops equipment for emergency responders.
My name is Sanjay Kailai Nathan, and I'm a software engineering student at Ontario Tech University. I am also the founder and CEO of Accessium Technologies. At Accessium, we are building technology-based solutions for people with disabilities. Here is what we will be covering today. What is rapid prototyping? Benefits of rapid prototyping. Common rapid prototyping practices for hardware and software prototypes. Applications for prototypes. What is rapid testing? And the benefits of rapid testing.
So what is rapid prototyping? It is essentially an iterative process that uses both time and cost-efficient resources such as certain tools and equipment. The purpose behind implementing rapid prototyping practices is to shorten the time to produce a minimum viable product, also known as an MVP. A minimum viable product is the bare bones version of your product and/or service. It represents its core features and functionality without all the bells and whistles. It helps to think of an MVP as the trailer to an upcoming movie.
What are the benefits of rapid prototyping? Rapid prototyping allows you to speed up your research and development process. To accomplish this, you can use tools such as 3D printers or even something as simple as building clay models. For software solutions, you can draft flowcharts and create mock-up graphical user interfaces. By doing this, you're able to quickly visualize how the product and/or service will look in real life. Rapid prototyping is also cost-efficient. Equipment costs are minimal, and since it's an iterative process, the cost to improve the prototype is cheaper. It's also easier to locate areas of improvement in your product or service. For example, you realize that a 3D printed part has a weak point, which could not have been determined during the CAD design process. By making this realization before manufacturing the final product, you end up saving a lot of time and money. Finally, rapid prototyping promotes creative thought by allowing stakeholders to identify different opportunities or use cases during different stages of prototype development. Usually, a product or service can be used for more than one purpose with some modifications.
Here are some common rapid prototyping practices for hardware prototypes. First one is CAD renderings and simulation. Using CAD software, you can virtually model how your product will look in real life without building anything. In addition, a simulation can demonstrate how the product and/or service will physically function. The second one is 3D printing. One can quickly print pieces of plastic to construct a physical prototype without investing in high upfront cost equipment. Lastly, off-the-shelf method. Using the products and/or materials found at hardware stores or even arts and crafts stores, one can produce a rudimentary prototype that emulates the basic functionality of your product.
Here are some ways of developing software prototypes. You can use wireframes to create a layout of a web page, which can be used to demonstrate what interface elements will exist on key pages. A flowchart can be used to create a diagrammatic representation of an algorithm, which is a step-by-step approach to solving a task. A UML diagram can be used to visually represent a system, along with its main actors, roles, actions, or classes, in order to better understand the system. Finally, you can create code blocks instead of developing an entire program, so that the program can be broken down into blocks that focus on individual features or functions.
Applications of prototypes. One should always be motivated to develop their prototypes as it can be used to help their business in multiple ways. Conduct early stage testing in controlled environments to see if your product can function as is. Demo your prototypes at events such as trade shows, investor pitches, and other events that generate interest in your business. Meet with interested stakeholders to validate the design and functionality of your product and/or service. Use prototypes to generate early-stage traction such as pre-sales and letters of intent to purchase the product.
What is rapid testing? Rapid testing is a quick and iterative testing that focuses on the most important components of your product or service. You can do soft compliance checks to ensure that the product conforms to standards prior to paying for a full check. Rapid testing can also be conducted using your own tools. For example, say you wanted to measure the lumen output of a light source and wanted to do it as quickly and cheaply as possible. You can simply get a piece of PVC pipe, put the light source on one side and a light sensor on the other side to measure the light output. This is a good way of getting what you need with just a few dollars worth of material.
Here are the main benefits to rapid testing. It ensures that the baseline functionality is proven to work. It allows you to stay within a budget through the procurement of off-shelf testing products such as multimeters and/or sensors. And it also promotes early failure point detection in a controlled environment before demonstrating it with your stakeholders.
In closing, it's clear that rapid prototyping and testing is highly beneficial at any stage of development, whether as a startup or not. The R&D process is time-consuming, but it will prove to be beneficial to both your business and product development to adopt rapid prototyping and testing methods. We hope you learned some valuable information from this video, and we look forward to seeing you again in our next video. Also, be sure to check out our previous videos if you haven't done so already. Bye for now!